Hello everyone, welcome to the Comic and Movie Show. My name is Deshaun, and today I am here to talk about the recently released, just today, Candyman trailer, co-written and produced by Jordan Peele. Yes, that Jordan Peele. Key and Peele / Get Out Jordan Peele. Now, Jordan Peele is killing the game in the horror genre. He recently, last year, just brought back the Twilight Zone, like new edition of the Twilight Zone. So Jordan Peele is killing it. And like he's kind of launched this whole new thing with all these people who you think of as comedians doing more horror-oriented things. You got Chris Rock trying to do the Saw movies right now. You got Jordan Peele doing what he's doing. You got Krasinski doing the Quiet Place movies, and he's comes from a more comedic background. So it's becoming kind of commonplace now. But this movie, Candyman, is an interesting movie. First of all, the first original Candyman came out in 1992. It's pretty much a classic amongst horror fans, especially in the black community. I believe Candyman is, especially if you grew up, if you were alive in the 90s, and if you grew up through the 2000s, is like, 2000 like I did, Candyman's a pretty freaking well-known name. Now, Candyman was unique to me because when I was a kid, I had never really seen any slashers with black, where the villain was the black guy. Like, I've seen movies with, like, LL Cool J and Busta Rhymes and the, Halloween movies, and I've seen, I can't remember the black kid's name in, Freddy versus the Dream Warriors, but I've seen, that. But Candyman was the first time I had ever seen a black slasher, and I'd never seen anything like that before. I've seen, I've been shown movies by, my aunt. My aunt's a big horror person, and she showed me a lot of horror stuff when I was a kid. So, I'm kind of I'm engrossed in the horror genre. But Candyman did stand out to me. The idea of a social message being planted inside, there's this interesting social message and being placed inside of this horror flick was something that I had never even thought about when I was watching it when I was younger. And also the mythos behind Candyman. First of all, the mythos behind Candyman is very similar to the mythos behind Bloody Mary. The whole looking into a mirror and saying the name repeated times. And, Candyman was that for a lot of people, definitely that for me. When I used to stay with my aunt and go hang out with my cousins and stuff, that would terrified us, man. The Candyman was it, Candyman and Bloody Mary was it. But I love the mythos behind Candyman. The idea of this slave that was done so badly, and what was done to him was so horrendous that his spirit just became this demon-like thing. It became this monstrous thing. And even though you sympathize for how he became that, and it was effed up how he became that, and how these slavers and racist people did this to him, burned him alive, lynched him, burned him alive, and all this 9 yards, and the bees on his body and all that. While you sympathize with what happened to him and how you think that's a horrible thing that shouldn't have ever happened, the fact of the matter is he is going around, his spirit, whatever it's become, is this monstrous thing, this hook, man with a hook, and this big coat, and the coat's covering up his body that's covered, and that's basically a beehive. Candyman had a whole bunch of things going on in the horror department. The hook hand, the beehive, the fact that he was technically not an actual, that he can become translucent, and he was like a spirit, but he can be solid, and he can not be solid. He had super strength, he could teleport and shit. Candyman had a whole bunch of things going on. But I've always, my favorite monsters, for the most part, there are some, like Freddy and some others. My favorite horror monsters, or slashers, are the ones where you can understand how they got there, but it's too late. They're there, man. They're a problem now. It's ain't no emphasizing with Candyman. Ain't no, I feel bad for you. Let's talk it down. It's no, you have to deal with him. And then there are some renditions of him because the actor, cannot remember the actor's name who played Candyman, but he's been in a lot of horror things. He's pretty much a horror icon at this point. He showed up in all the Final Destination movies as the guy working at the morgue. Some people think that he might have actually been Death himself in the Final Destination movies, but no one could really tell. He said no one really knows, but that guy's showing up in so many horror things. I cannot remember his name. And he's in this as well. They didn't show him in the trailer, but he is in this. But the way the trailer is playing it up, and like I said, it's been a long time since I've seen the original Candyman in 1992. I haven't seen that movie in a very long time. I probably might watch it before this new one comes out, though. I might rewatch it before this new one comes out. But what I dug about this trailer is it does this interesting job of capturing, like, there's this artistic man played by the guy who played Black Manta and who's played Black Manta and freaking Dr. Manhattan and Watchmen. This guy's getting a lot of work, by the way. I saw him in that. I saw him in a Black Mirror episode. This dude, I don't know his name. I think it's one of those weird names because he's not from America. I think he's from another country. But like maybe he is from America and he just has, his parents are from another country. I don't know. But I know this guy is getting a lot of work. But the idea of this guy being like this artistic man who's looking for urban legends to draw inspiration for his art form, and for some reason he becomes fascinated with the urban legend of the Candyman. And he becomes fascinated with this urban legend to a point where, and then he starts writing art about it and starts writing about it. And the idea that the Candyman is a spirit that possesses you, that like possesses a person and uses that person's body to carry out its will is an interesting concept. Now you could obviously hear the voice of the original Candyman. It's a bit more deeper and got a little bit more demonic tones to it, but it is his voice. I know his voice. I would know his voice a mile away. But yeah, like, and there's this unsettling creepiness to it, and the idea that unless you're the one who said it, he doesn't kill you, because there's definitely a scene with these girls in a freaking in their school bathroom saying it in the mirror, and another girl walks in after they're done saying it. Another girl just walks in, goes to the stall, she's about to pop a squat. And the other girls laugh and try to walk out. Door's locked. Door won't open. Door won't open. Each in this other girl. And then it kind of cuts to a frame of this other girl inside of the stall. Her and these other girls screaming and bloody murder and blood. And like it's only showing it from her perspective, which is a great camera shot, by the way. And then, you get a little glimpse of the hook in the corner of a piece of glass of one of the girls' little kits. I can't remember what they call those. Those little mirror kits, and get a shot of it. And that was a beautiful shot. It was a great shot. It was great. That was great horror work right there. You never actually get a solid look at him. So the trailer's trying to convince you that Candyman is possessing this main character to carry out his will. He doesn't know that he's doing these things, but he's possessing him. He's chosen him, and and it's gonna be an interesting movie. I am fascinated with this movie. I personally think the original 1991 Candyman is a classic. It's not perfect. It has some things that don't hold up. Some of the dialogue doesn't hold up. If I recall, a lot of the dialogue probably doesn't hold up. A lot of the special effects probably don't hold up. There are probably some things that is obviously looks bad now. But in terms of story, in terms of creating a new monster, a new character that stuck out, I don't think any monster has ever stuck out like that. I can't even think of another like black slasher, like an African slasher, an African American slasher, like, because even Us was like about a bunch of creatures called the Tethered, and everyone had them. There's a bunch of them. Everyone has one, so it's not even specifically black. But this is the only one that I can recall that really actually made it into the mainstream. A black slasher that a lot of people know about. People know who Candyman is. They know about the guy who played him. They remember the hook. They remember the bees. I remember Candyman. So when I heard that Jordan Peele was making a remake of it, I was like, that could work. I dug the original. I thought it had an interesting concept, an interesting arc to it, an interesting character. He has a great look. He has a whole lot going on with him. And I'm excited for this remake. I thought the trailer looked great. I thought it had a good vibe to it. I can't wait to see this movie. I really am looking forward to Candyman. Thank you guys for joining the Comic Game Movie Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next one.